Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens, that's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
When you think about high school hockey in the great state of North Dakota, there's a few rivalries that come to mind right off the hop. The biggest I would have to think would be Grand Forks Central and Grand Forks Red River. The crosstown rivals of the great city of Grand Forks have collided so many times in epic battles with some of the best players in the state of North Dakota. On top of that, usually it's in the state title game. To me, that would be the biggest rivalry in the state of North Dakota when it comes to boys high school hockey. Outside of that, well, this next one is pretty big and near and dear to everybody dialed into it tonight. Bismarck High, Minot High. Why is it when you come across the western side of the state or that divider right down the middle? Well, maybe it's because the only two West Region teams to ever win a crown are Bismarck High back in 2014 and Minot High back in 2015. Minot High also has a little edge in that season series, or lifetime series, if you will, dating back to 1992 when they won their first ever crown. Who did they beat? Bismarck High 8-7 in an epic state championship game. Tonight they collide, but for the first time ever, not as the Magi and the Demons. Tonight it's as Minot North and Bismarck High School. Welcome into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a quick 15-minute drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You can't beat it. It's quick, it's convenient, timely service that won't slow you down. They do a fantastic job at Valvoline from top to bottom. I'm telling you what, I sit right in my car, I check my email, maybe eat my lunch right at Valvoline, and they're locally owned and operated for the last 25 years by the Lundeen family. They really do take care of their customers at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They bring you the pregame show for this showdown here tonight, where the Demons and United come together for the first time under these monikers, but for the 142nd time all time. Minot holds that all-time win ratio at 79 wins, 60 losses, and 3 ties. Here's the kicker. The Demons haven't beat Minot all the way dating back to 2020. It's a long time ago, my friends. Is tonight the night? Well, we're going to find out and see how these teams stack up and shake out here tonight. My name is Nick Holberg. Thanks for joining me for a triple header of high school hockey on the PSP Network. Let's take a look at what is in store tonight, starting with the other games on the slate. Todd Domries, Brock Widener bringing the calls tonight. Mario Lamoureux's on the air along with Mike Peluso. Legacy's at Mandan. That's a big one tonight. Dickinson's at Century. That's a big one tonight. Of course, Minot at Bismarck. We're going to show you the standings in just a moment. Velva and Berthold play in girls high school basketball tonight as well on the PSP Network. And then, of course, we get ready for the greatest holiday of them all. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you joining us here this evening. No events scheduled the rest of the week. The PSP crew gets to spend some time with the families, with Christmas coming on Thursday and Christmas Eve coming up on Wednesday. As promised, to look at those standings inside the conference. Minot at the top of the ladder. They're a runaway train right now. United 18 points on the campaign. They're unbeaten inside of conference play. They're a perfect 6-0. Legacy sits number 2, sitting with 12 points. They're 4-1. Boy, do they have some kids lighting it up in the state of North Dakota right now. We'll show you those top producers in just a moment. Mandan, 11 points for them. They sit 3rd. Jamestown sits at 4th. How about the Williston Coyotes at 2-2-1? They sit 5th currently. Bismarck in the middle of the pack in the 6th spot at 1-2-1. Century in the 7th spot. They sit at 1-3-0. They're getting better as the season continues, but it's a big one tonight when they take on Dickinson, the number 8 spot inside of the WDA. 1-3-0 for them. Botno Rugby, they're a lot better than a 1-5 mark. 2 recent losses to Bismarck, Century, and to Minot by just a goal each, or a pair of goals to Minot and a goal to Century. Look out for Botno as this season continues. And Hazen-Beulah at 0-4. Out east, no big surprise. Guess what? How we open the show tonight, talking about that rivalry. Well, the Riders, the Knights, they're at the top of the ladder. The Grand Forks schools dominating again. Cheyenne, number 3. Devils Lake, number 4. Davies, number 5. Then you've got Shanley climbing the ladder right now. They're up to 1-2 inside of conference play. Fargo North, West Fargo, Grafton Park River, winless on the year. Mayport not playing for conference standings. There's a look at the standings. There's a look at the schedule. Plenty more to come here on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. When we come back, we'll look at the state's top producers. We'll also look at the top goaltenders in all the land. That happens next on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Ahead of Minot and Bismarck for the 142nd time ever. Should be a good one tonight here at the Wachter Arena in the capital city.
Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged, the stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
The trifecta of games tonight on the PSP Network and WDA Hockey. Welcome in to the classic rivalry. Minot and Bismarck 7-2-0 is United 2-3-1. Are the Demons from Bismarck High. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a quick 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. The Lundins have been taking care of people for a long time. Over 25 years of customer service. That's why they've been around that long. It's Valvoline Instant Oil. And the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show ahead of Bismarck High and Minot. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas from yours truly, Nick Holberg, and all of us at the PSP Network. Should be a fun night of high school hockey here in the WDA. We talked about it earlier on today, Todd Domries and I. I'm not exactly sure that there's ever been a time that this many WDA games have been on the air from 3 different venues in the capital city and Mandan. All on the same night. Of course, WDA action, that tournament, much different of a story. We cover every one of those games from wall to wall. However, a big night tonight without question. Speaking of big tonight, 2 kids that are going to have to be big. Let's look at the goaltenders that lead the charge inside of boys hockey, your top 5 netminders in the state of North Dakota. I like the kid from Mandan, Cooper Anderson. Boy, is he having himself a campaign. 95% save percentage, with a 1.5 goals against average. Pair of kids from Shanley inside the top 5 of the state. Then you find Luke Richardson. Says he's played 8 games on the year. That number isn't correct. He hasn't appeared in 8. However, the 3 that he has appeared in, he's only given up 1 goal on average. He sits on a 93% save percentage. By the way, it's early in the kid's campaign this year. Those are some big-time numbers for the Minot High goaltender. Those are record best and career best, program best records at this point. He needs to show out tonight against Bismarck High. Leif Hansen from Jamestown. Somehow they always find somebody inside the blue paint to do their job well, don't they? Leif Hansen sits on a 92% save percentage and a 92% save percentage and a 2.2 goals against average with 3 wins on his campaign. Those numbers brought to you by the Goalie Glove Guy. They take your gloves from bricks to butter. It's the Goalie Glove Guy. Find them online on all social media platforms. How about the kids that are going to try to light them up tonight? Well, nobody in this contest cracking the top 10 for the scorers inside the state. These numbers delivered by our friends at Minot State University. Best way to predict your future is to create it with over 100 areas of study at Minot State. You learn the degree for the career you desire with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads either employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Bennett Presley McKay from Legacy having himself a year, 16 points in 7 games. I'm not a mathematician, but that's almost a point per game for him. He is lighting it up right now for the Legacy Sabres. He looks to be big tonight with Ben Garley, number 3 in the state with 15 points. Also on that list from the Legacy Sabres, Harrison Johnson. He's got 15 points in 7 games for him. Pretty solid numbers there. Those are the guys from the West region, and they're all from Legacy. Player to watch, player to look for. Tonight's contest is also a player that's up for the Player Performance of the Week, brought to you by the Minot State University Beavers, along with the Aggie Foundation and Ryan Family Dealerships. Nick Christopher on that list. Vote for him right now on the PSP Network social media platforms. Voting will take place right now. We'll announce the winner at the end of this week. Nick Christopher on the list, along with Mimi McAllister for Mandan, Artie Carlo for Bismarck High. That kid could shoot the basketball. He is a player. Kinley Barch, a player as well from Minot High girls basketball. And Ethan Hansen from Central McLean having himself quite a year. He just helped the Cougars win the R.A. Demers tournament just a few nights ago. Let's take a look at the players to watch in this hockey game here tonight, starting with the Minot High captain. How about this young man, Oliver Thompson? He's got an 8-game point streak coming into the showdown here tonight. To the 9 games he's played, got shut out of the first one of the year, and he's scored in every game since. 6 goals for him, 5 assists, 11 points. This young man has been good for Minot High when called upon. Look for him to be big here in tonight's contest, no doubt about that. But he goes against a kid in Owen Dieter, the goaltender for Bismarck High. He's an all-WDA selection with an 89% save percentage and a .397 goals against average here in this junior campaign of his. One shutout on the year for him. Look for him to be giant in tonight's game. Those players to watch in this contest are brought to you here tonight, once again, by Minot State University. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. How about as a team inside of North Dakota high school hockey? We're going to see one of the potent offenses inside the entire league. It's Minot United. They've scored 25 goals compared to the 11 that they've given up. That's a differential of plus 14. They're in the top 5. Botno Rugby also lighting the lamp a bit. 22 goals for them on their campaign, but they've given up 27. Central on this list, so is Red River, both over 20 goals on the season. But how about Legacy? 28 goals for. They've given up 18, a differential of 10 on their campaign. Hang on tight, that Legacy team is going to be tough to contain. Who's contained tonight? We're going to find out. Again, a big night inside of WDA hockey here on the PSP Network with 3 games, all from the capital city area. Mandan here at the Wachter Arena and over at the old VFW tonight. The 3-pack on the air this evening. It should be a fun one. When we come back, we'll meet the starting lineups. We'll have our keys to the game. Andrew Goodmanson brings us the opening face-off from 701 Realty. And of course, a salute to our country. Our nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. That's all ahead here on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show.
Not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. SERVPRO, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's going to go. So
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
While the official introduction's taking place, let's take the PA for tonight's starting lineups.
On the bench, a 5'8", 145-pound senior number 3, Chase Lemon. At left wing, a 5'9", 160-pound junior number 15, Brady Gross. A 5'11", 175-pound senior number 10, Oliver Thompson. And at right wing, a 6', 175-pound junior number 23, Easton Bradley. Head coach for Minot United is Jason Bennett and Jordan Willard. Assisted by John Rowe and Eric Woodcock and Colton Baum. Bismarck, are you ready to meet the team in maroon and white tonight? All right, Demon fans, get on your feet, because it's time to meet and greet your Bismarck Demons. In goal, a 5'9", 160-pound junior, number 33, Owen your captain, a 6-foot, 180-pound senior, number 4, Elias Johnson. Also on the bench, a 5'10", 160-pound junior, number 22, Harrison Schnell. At left wing, a 5'10", 190-pound sophomore, number 7, Payson Schwartz. At center, a 5'10", 170-pound sophomore, number 29, Ian Fives. And at right wing, a 5'10", 160-pound junior, number 13, Easton Richardson. Head coach for Demons is Steve Boras, by Brandon Page, Skylar Stan, David Semos, Mike Matsky, and Quinn Ackerman. Well, at this time, we'd like to recognize our Demon for a day. We have 2 tonight. Steele Zadowski, an 8-year-old second grader from St. Mary's Elementary, who is in his 2nd year of playing Knights. And Blaine Podredsky, an 8-year-old second grader at Solheim Elementary, also in his 2nd year of Knights. At this time, we'd ask everyone, please rise, gentlemen, to remove their hats for the playing of our national anthem.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Well, it's about showtime from here at the Wachter Arena in Bismarck, North Dakota. Nick Holberg, glad to have you on the call here tonight as we get set and ready for the showdown. Let's look now at our keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. Make sure that furnace is performing at the top of its game. First for Bismarck High School. They need to be smart tonight. Minot High, the #1 team inside the conference. They've been deadly on the year. You can't play a carefree game against Minot United. There's no question about that this evening. And for United here tonight, in my opinion, this is a team that needs to find a way to finish. They've had their opportunities on their year. They just haven't found a way to bury the biscuit when they've had the chance. Tonight, they can't afford to do that. They need to finish when they've got those chances. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Officially time, and it's showtime now as we're set and ready for tonight's contest here on the PSP Network. Nick Holberg on the call once again. Big thanks to Aaron Wald running the camera for us here tonight. Minot's in black, Bismarck is in white. Andrew Goodmanson brings us the opening draw from 701 Realty. 701realty.com for all your real estate needs. Buying or selling. Let Goody help you out today at 701 Realty. He checked in before tonight's hockey game, as he always does. And as Andrew Goodmanson would say, it's all fun and games until Santa checks the naughty list. Thanks, Goody, for checking in. Hope everybody's on the good list this year. Merry Christmas once again. Demons with possession. Threw it out in front of the goal of Richardson. Puck comes back away. Up at the line. Slap shot comes in. It's tipped out in front. And up into the protective mesh it goes. And the first stop in the play here with 16:23 remaining in the opening period. Nobody on the BNC Bank scoreboard just yet. Here you see John Grubb, the assistant coach of Minot United. He's been at that for a long time. Jordan Willert, Jason Bennett, now the co-head coaches of this hockey program. Coach Grubb filling in that assistant role. One of the greats to ever play at Minot High School. Puck comes back in behind the Minot United goal. They're pushed out to center. It's going to be taken and sent right back in on Richardson. He makes the stop and back in behind the Minot goal. It's taken and sent away to the near side wall. Up it comes off the hands here of Slind, and it goes right back down into the corner. Correct that. That was 12 rather. That's Michael L. Puck comes back away underneath the goal line. Demons working for it down and deep. Comes back away to Justin Steen. Trying to cycle it back underneath the net, but it's taken here by United. They push to center, and now L's on the rush up into the neutral ice territory. Here's L, centering feed. Didn't connect, and it's taken by the Demons, and they just drift it right back into Minot territory from Geiger. Comes back away on the near side wall, and it will be United with possession of the puck as they skate it up into the neutral ice territory. Here at the beautiful Wachter Arena, this place is fantastic for high school hockey. Back and forth. This game has gone early on. It comes all the way down here. That will be an icing on the play. And the faceoff comes all the way back in Bismarck High's territory. That icing brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza, 701-852-1700. They will deliver tonight, Planet Pizza. Their pizza truly is out of this world. Try the Blue Buffalo. Or the Uncle Nick at Planet Pizza. Got a pizza named after me. How do you like that, Waldo? That's pretty good, isn't it? Tasty stuff. Underneath the net now. United's got possession of the puck. They set it up from down and deep. Comes away from Nolan Knowles. Back in behind the goal of Dieter. This young man for Bismarck High has been good in the blue paint for Bismarck High for a few years now. Good enough to be selected as an all-region player a year ago. Will Minot pepper him tonight? Minot has peppered their opponents out of the year. They've outshot everybody that they've played except for the first two games of the year. They've outshot their opponents collectively 314 to 209 on the year. And they've outscored their opponents 32 to 20 coming into this matchup. Their 10th game of the season. Puck comes around the near side wall. It's going to be pushed back up into the neutral ice territory. United's got numbers here. They're going to try to bump it free off the near side wall, but it's taken by Lemon back through the neutral ice zone to Richardson. We go the other direction now for the Demons, right back towards the goal and down underneath the net for Ian Feist. He's got a 9-point year coming in to this campaign. They're pushing and shoving early on here in this old school WDA showdown tonight. There's a big hit over on the far side wall. Jordan Willard wanted to call on that play. He's not going to get it here as the puck comes back to the top of the circle, sent towards the goal of Richardson. Just went wide. Comes away to Jevin Olsen from the point. Sent it back down into the corner. There would be nothing better in my mind as an early Christmas gift than this rivalry being reunited and that flame relit. It's been dead for a few years because Minot has had dominance. It's been since 2020 since Bismarck High has been able to take down the giant that has been Minot High in this rivalry and in this series. Bismarck much improved here this year. They dump in from center. Richardson's out of the net to play it. Sweeps it back behind the goal. Goes over to the far side wall, trying to clear. Is United held at the point. Here's a Whistler coming in. Wrist shot blocker stopped there from Schnell. And now United will carry out to center. Here comes the captain, Thompson. Skates it down onto the backhand. Sends it in. Dieter the stop, and it's swept down out of there all the way back to the other end of the ice it comes. On the rush, we go back the other way. Here's a drive and a pad save from Richardson. Excellent opportunity. Justin Steen looking for his 5th point of the year. Richardson kicked the pillow out and said, I don't think so. Shots favor Bismarck, 4-1. 12:20 to play here in the opening period. working on fixing that BNC Bank scoreboard for you folks. We do apologize. We are aware that that scorebot is giving us some issues right now, working on it as we speak. Bismarck's got some heavy pressure early on in this hockey game. Puck comes up into the neutral territory and then all the way down. This will be an icing. And that icing is brought to you by our friends at Farstead Oil. Bringing you tonight's contest, Farstead Oil. They can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938. That's a long time. Committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. It's Farstead Oil. Face-offs to the Bismarck high end on the glove side of Dieter. Face-off taking a one back here off the hands of Nick Christopher. He's been lighting it up as of late here for Minot United. Comes away now to Richardson. There is a power play on the ice surface. First power play of the game. It's Steen on the slashing. And Minot's power play comes out for the first time here tonight. Brought to you by SERVPRO. SERVPRO 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians and advanced technology at SERVPRO. Slap shot came in and the stop from Dieter is there. Score remains Goose Eggs as Minot registers their second shot on goal of the hockey game on the SERVPRO power play. Big thanks to SERVPRO and all those sponsors that you hear on the PSP network. That you hear NC. Frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here. SERVPRO again, 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. Whistler came in from Bradley, went wide. Comes back away now to Thompson at the point. Richardson reverses here with Thompson. Goes to Richardson. Puck escapes his tape, and it comes all the way down as it's cleared out of there. And sent 200 feet the length of the ice surface off the hands of Ian Feist. Minot back into the offensive zone. They've got a man into the zone with him. Puck's going to be taken away by Bismarck again, and then pitchforked all the way on out of there. Back into Minot's territory. Down to 10:50 to play in the first. Scoreless hockey game. 50 seconds remain on Minot's SERVPRO power play right to the net, and it's sent there by Lemon. Off the netminder. Now it's L that controls from the corner. Stick gun in the way of that lane, and it comes all the way back up to Minot in the neutral ice territory where Lemon will turn the motor on again. Here's Lemon down into the offensive zone underneath the goal line. Hits the brakes, works it back to L, then tried to go back away to Lemon, who handles here, top of the circle, walks out, tried to feed it back door over to Holland, and he sent that one just over the tape. Holland back to Lemon. At the point now, Lemon will walk and fire, sent it in. Stop is made there from Dieter. Puck is freed far side wall, trying to clear. Are the Demons? They will. Schwartz clears it all the way down. That's going to do it for the Minot power play, the first SERVPRO power play of this hockey game. Demons go back to full strength. Meanwhile, L carries in. Here's Michael L, dropped it back. Down to the corner we go now. It's going to be sent back up to the far line. Offsides is the call on United, and the stop of the play brings us back into the neutral ice territory. That offsides brought to you by BSN. They create exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. They're our swag provider on the PSP network. We can't thank that entire staff at BSN. They've got good stuff there too, let me tell you. BSN proud to support our mission of promoting local athletes here on the PSP network. Demons shot it into their own bench, so the faceoff will come back to Dieter's blocker side in the offensive zone of Minot United here with 9:41 left in the opening period. Scoreless hockey game. Again, we are aware of the score bug issues on our screen here tonight. Working on getting that resolved for you folks as we speak. Puck's going to be sent down into the corner, taken here by the Demons, trying to clear their own end. Minot's got heavy pressure with Schmeichel and company. Comes back up to the point. Here's Richardson, dropped it back away. Comes back now to Schmeichel in the near side circle. Comes back up to the line, sent it from the point. Stop is made on the slap shot from Lemon. Richardson tried to hold, hopped over his glove, but it was Schmeichel that swept it down into the zone. Puck comes back in behind the Bismarck goal. On it with some heavy pressure here. A teeter-totter affair in the early portion of tonight's hockey game. Lemon from the point sends it in, loose puck out in front. It's going to be played on out of there, but a hand pass will be called. And the faceoff will come on the glove side of Dieter, the netminder here for Bismarck High School. Well, we talked about his numbers coming into the showdown here tonight. Dieter's played in 6 games, 308 minutes on the year. He's played in all but 6 minutes on the season. .397 goals against average and an 89% save percentage. He's surrendered 24 goals against, but he's made 201 saves on the campaign. Here's a pass out in front. That one knocked away. Comes back up from the line, sent in by Voller. Comes away on the near side wall. Scrum continuing. Demons with possession. Tanner Freeze tried to move it away on the near point. Still scrumming on the half boards. 8:30 to play, opening period. BNC Bank scoreboard still scoreless. Puck comes away here to Bradley. Trying to feed it top shelf. That one sailed just wide. Puck comes back away into the neutralized territory. Big hit in front of the Minot bench. Freeze was on the wrong end of that. Still causing trouble, however, as Freeze as the puck will be taken here and soccered down by Voller. Back here to Keller. Comes right in on Richardson. He's going to be forced to hang on to it. And Richardson makes the save with 8:03 to play here in the opening period. Scoreless game on the BNC Bank scoreboard. I don't know if there's much in sports or many rivalries in sports that I like more than Bismarck High, Minot High in hockey. Think about the heyday back in the times of 70s, 80s, 90s, the early 2000s, 2010s. We get into the 2020s. It's been a Minot dominance since. I think high school hockey was at its peak for Western North Dakota around 2014, 2015, 2016, right in that ballpark. Well, why would you say that? Well, the West Region won back-to-back state titles. Bismarck got one in 14, Minot got one in 15. That one went off the pipe. It went clank on the attempt. That was a high riser on the blocker side, just missed from Danielson. Talent was strong. Kids were leaving, but not at the rate they are now. And competition level inside of the conference in the West Region matched what the state had to offer. Just hasn't been that way traditionally in North Dakota high school hockey. All the way down for an icing it comes with 7:05 left here in our opening period. Nobody on the board yet. Scoreless hockey game from here at the Wachter Arena in Bismarck. 142 times these teams have matched up. Minot with 79 wins and 60 losses, 3 ties between the two schools. 2 programs, I should say, over time. Puck comes on the near side wall where the Demons have possession. They fire it out all the way down. This will be an icing as it was sent the length of the ice here by Easton Richardson. 13 and white is one to watch for here tonight. Richardson has been the one leading the charge for Bismarck High. 11 points for him on the campaign. Some of those pieces coming back to the puzzle for Bismarck High. Richardson, one of them. 11 points for him, 9 for Carson Schwark, 9 for Ian Feist on the year. You mix that in, you get some goal scorers. You mix that in with goaltending like Owen Dieter has to offer. Find yourself back at the state high school hockey tournament, it seems. Will this be a year that Bismarck makes their return? 37 times they've been to the big dance, but they haven't been there since 2020. Pucks away on the far side wall. Back up into the neutral ice territory. Comes away here where it's going to be dumped all the way back down by Minot's Nick Christopher. Sends it down into the corner. Back underneath the goal line. Scrum continues on here. Worked free on the near side wall. It's going to be spun up off the boards there from Johnson at the line. Sent in. Waffle board stopped from Dieter. Comes back away to Eldow. Bismarck had a 4-1 shot advantage early on in this hockey game. Minot has now extended that to 9-5. They've won the lion's share of the offensive pressure so far this hockey game. A chance for the Demons, however. Back underneath the Minot goal. It's going to be worked around here all the way back up from Richardson. Easton Richardson fires in. Blocker stopping down to the corner it went. Demons with possession again. Their top unit out. Richardson trying to feed it back door. Then it's taken and sent the length of the ice. This one comes down. It will be an icing. And the faceoff will come back in United territory. Tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by Valvoline. Located downtown Minot, Valvoline has been there since 1960. Excuse me. Massive inventory of e-bikes that they service right in-house. Got a sharpening center. They also have workout equipment as well at Valvoline. Puck comes back away here to the Demons at neutral ice, where it's going to be taken work forward here by Jevin Olsen. Dumps it in behind Richardson. I've been impressed with Richardson on the year, no question about it. He kind of has some of those Bray Efforts vibes to him, the way that he plays the puck and gets around not only inside the blue paint, but around the goal mouth and behind as well. Get an extra stick back there that can move the puck around a little bit. That's what Richardson brings to the table for Minot United in the goal paint. That's what makes him one of the top goaltenders in the state of North Dakota coming in to the showdown here this evening. Minot's had quite a dilemma with who to go with in goal each and every night. They've got three of them that can play. Will Richardson be the guy to take the reins and lead the charge? Puck comes all the way back down into Minot United territory. Icing on the play. And the faceoff comes back at Bismarck High's end. Tonight's game on the PSP Network also brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce, a true North Dakota original. Bottled and sold right here in our great state. Find it at your local grocer. It's Bones Barbecue Sauce. I don't know if I would say that it's healthy to be in love with barbecue sauce, but I'm in love with that stuff. It is good on everything, I'm telling you. Bones Barbecue Sauce brings you the hockey game tonight here on the PSP Network. Puck comes back away on the near side wall. Demons trying to clear. It's pushed forward. Held in there by Lemon nicely, and Lemon sends it in on Dieter. He goes down to a pad to play it with a stick. Up at the far point. Look at Thompson wheel with it. Now Thompson into the slot, sends one wide on the glove side. Puck comes back away in the neutral ice territory. It's going to be moved forward here by Richardson, back in the offensive zone. Richardson had his pocket picked. Now Thompson, 3-on-3, back the other direction. Thompson to Bradley, sends it in wide. Oh, that one was going far post. Sailed it just wide of the blocker's side. And that might have charged with the offsides. Faceoff will come back out in the neutral ice territory. Well, that top unit for Minot High has been good on their campaign. Matt Morelli, my good friend and my colleague on the PSP Network that calls the games in the Magic City with me. Talk about that often, about having the depth in the lineup to be able to run more guys through the lineup. Getting that valuable experience, and also what it does for wearing your opponent down. Here's a drive that whistled up and wide. That one sailed in from Hagedal. Down to 3:22 to play in a scoreless first period. Down in front to drive a save, a rebound. Comes aside, right in on Dieter. He's going to hang on to it. As Minot United had a couple chances there. The blue and maroon had the chances. 10th shot of the hockey game, and the 10th save from Dieter, the Bismarck goaltender. Faceoff comes on his glove side. Off the draw, taken back behind the net. Here's Christopher dancing with it. Moved it over to Hagedal. Comes back to Christopher. Moves it through the circle. Down to the center slot. Drops it off. Here's Holland, whistles one in. Dieter makes the stop. Ends up on the side of the cage, but a high stick is called on United. Not one that ends in a penalty, just the one that puts the play to a halt, as the puck will come all the way back into United territory here on that high sticking play. 3:01 left here in the opening period. Nobody's on the BNC Bank scoreboard just yet. Again, we do apologize for the scoring mishap here on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Technology, technology, technology. Everything was working fine during the JV game here tonight. Delayed call coming on Bismarck. And Minot will go back to the SERVPRO power play, their second advantage of the hockey game. And into the box. Is it a hooking call or is it a tripping call? Either way. Here's the call from Jason Sauls. Justin Steens into the box on the 2-minute call. I missed what it was, either a hooking or a tripping. Either way, doesn't matter. It's still 2 minutes of SERVPRO power play time for United, who's 0 for 1 on the advantage here in tonight's hockey game. Their power play's gone 8 for 35, which clicks at 22%. Thompson to Richardson. Thompson sends it in. That one goes up into the protective mesh and a stop of the play. Hooking is the call. 10 seconds expired on that SERVPRO power play. SERVPRO with 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, and advanced technology at SERVPRO. I like that holiday attire right there. That's pretty good, isn't it? Off the draw. Puck comes back away here to United. They've got possession on the power play. Christopher working on it here. Got it back away into the hands of Groves. Up at the point. Now Thompson. Thompson brings it back over to Richardson. Fires it in. Pad save again. Now Thompson up top. Sends it in off the bar. Rebound. They scored. Right place at the right time. Thompson clanked the bar. It ends up in the back of the net. Minot United scores on the power play, and it's Nick Christopher who's on a heater right now. That's his 7th goal. That's a team high. That's point number 10 for Christopher. More importantly for United, they have a 1-goal lead. .217 left here in the opening period. Christopher's 7th of the year. He's going to be assisted by Thompson on the play. Will there be a secondary assist on top of the Thompson assist? Let's listen in.
Nick Christopher, assisted by number 10, Oliver Thompson, and number 9, Cole Richardson. Time of the goal, 14:43.
Richardson's in on it as well.
Thompson and Richardson for Minot United on the power play at 14:43.
Power play goal for United. Now we're down to 2 minutes to play here in the opening stanza. Puck comes down to the far side corner. Picked up here by L, trying to backhand it out of the zone. Scrub for it, up at neutral. Comes into the possession of Minot. Christopher had it for just a moment. Now the puck's going to be taken here by the Demons. They work it back to their captain over on the far side, who starts the rush forward in Johnson. Now it's going to be dumped in, just left of the goal. L frees it here on the near side wall. Minot trying to clear. Bismarck holding. And it's sent back underneath the goal line here where Holland gives chase. Holland tried to spin it back in behind the net. Demons are going to take it away, not for long. L gets it back, and now L sends it out to center. Oh, that was a scary scenario there. Now L's got it back. L's going to have his pocket picked. Right back the other way comes Richardson. Richardson down to the goal line. Sent it out front, nobody home. There's the 1-minute call here. 1 minute to play in the period. Shot save, rebound, another one comes just past the goal. Richardson comes up with 2 stops for Minot United. Bismarck almost tied it at 1. Demons are buzzing right now as the puck comes back away at the top of the circle. Back underneath the net, Richardson feeds it out front. Now it's going to be taken here by Christopher. Hammers it off the glass, does not clear the zone. Comes away, top of the circle, back over to Richardson. Tried to fire it towards Richardson. Comes back away now here to Christopher. He'll clear it out. Minot needed a change in the worst way. They get it here. And now the Demons regroup in their own end. All right, kids, get ready to count them down. We're at 15 seconds. Now 14, 13, 12. Into the zone comes Bradley. Bradley walks in. Stop is made from Dieter. Well, we've had action in this hockey game early on, haven't we? At the horn. One more chance for Bradley. Sent it out front. But that is how the period will come to a close. Minot United leads 1-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Jerome's Collision Center. First intermission report comes up next here on the PSP Network. Is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup.
We realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. SERVPRO, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Looking for the ultimate way to relax? Spas Etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer, brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance Hot Tubs, and Michael Phelps Swim Spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Verendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Verendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
One period down here in the capital city from the Wachter Ice Complex. Minot United leads Bismarck High School by a score of 1-0. Welcome into our Jerome's Collision Center intermission report. Jerome's Collision Center, located on North Broadway in the Magic City. Jerome's has been at it for a long time too, my friends. For all your collision needs, they take a lot of pride in getting your vehicle back on the road. They know that it's more than just getting your vehicle there, it's getting you back on the road as well. Jerome's Collision Center, again on North Broadway in Minot, bringing you our intermission. Minot's got a 1-0 lead. They also have a 16-7 shot advantage. 15 saves in the opening period for Dieter. 7 shots on goal for Richardson, 7 saves. Minot leads 1-0 at the end of 1. Here's your game reset. The only goal to report came on the power play at 2:17 remaining in the opening period. Nick Christopher, 7th of the year, assisted by Thompson and Richardson. That made it 1-0. That's where we stand at the end of 1. Standings inside the conference, powered by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Browse our massive inventory online. DriveRyan.com. Minot's at the top of the ladder. Bismarck in the middle of the pack at number 6. It's any indicator of what we're in store for here this year on the PSP Network. Get ready for it, or inside of WDA Hockey for that matter. Get ready for it. This has been quite a contest so far between these two schools. Minot the 1 spot, the Demons the 6 spot. Good one so far here in this contest. Voting is open now, by the way. Go ahead and vote on our social media platforms. McAllister, Carlo, Barch, Hansen, some hoopsters, along with Nick Christopher, the Minot United forward is up for the Player Performance of the Week, brought to you by the Aggie Foundation, Ryan Family Dealerships at Minot State University. Find them online, driveryan.com. Rest of this week on the PSP Network. How about just a little break for everybody involved at PSP? I'm not sure, but I think Woodmansey might be Santa Claus. He's probably going to be delivering toys to all the boys and girls around the world. Maybe not. But I think Woody makes a good Santa Claus, doesn't he? I think so, absolutely. Happy holidays from him and all of us here at the PSP Network. Just about set for our second period of play. We do think we have our tech issues resolved here tonight from the Wachter Arena. Let's take a look at it and see. Yes, bingo was his name. Oh, let's go. Second period comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Is proudly brought to you by While they fooled us here at Wachter Arena, they had some time on the clock. We apologize to those sponsors. Promise we'll make it up to you. Minot's in black if you're just joining us. Bismarck in white. Minot leads 1-0, courtesy of Nick Christopher's 7th of the year, coming on the power play back in the opening period. And an opening icing of the second, brought to you by the UPS store located on South Broadway in the Magic City for all your packing and shipping needs. Also, they have a giant print shop at the UPS store. We just had a bunch of work done at the UPS store in their print shop location for our set to prime time that you can catch on Wednesday evenings on the PSP Network. Big thanks to Marshall and his staff at the UPS store. About time for some new family photos on the wall in my household. I'll be going back to the UPS store to utilize their print services. UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Demons into the offensive zone, but it's taken here by Lemon. He stole the puck away. Now there's going to be a scrum for it. Richardson's going to come out with it. Then it's taken by Bradley, and now Bradley got it over to Thompson. And Thompson trying to shuffle it back into the hands of Lemon. He did so successfully, and now Minot United carries up into neutral. Into the zone they come. Here comes Thompson towards the goal. Thompson tried to feed it upstairs, sent it high and wide. Demons back to center. Puck comes back away now on the near side wing. It's going to be taken here. They continue to scrum forward on the near side wall. Heavy 90s style WDA play there from Schwartz. Comes back away now. Oh, Gross had it out front to the backhand dish from Richardson. And now it's going to be taken by Bismarck, and Bismarck will send this one all the way down to the other end of the ice. This will be an icing brought to you by Planet Pizza. Proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. It's Planet Pizza. Did you know that they have the best chicken wings at Minot? Not just saying that. Take it from me. Planet Pizza's chicken wings are truly out of this world. They'll deliver tonight as well. 701-852-1700. Hagenau off the draw. Sent it towards the net wide. Held in at the point. Dish back in. Comes back away out front. Oh, El sent it towards the net, but he sailed it wide on the glove side. Souvenir will find a fan, and up and out of play it goes. You look at the pedigrees of both of these teams inside of the WDA, and when you talk about the dominance that has been West Region hockey, or the teams in the West Region that have dominated, you don't have the conversation without Minot and Bismarck involved. Bismarck, 12 region tourney titles. Their last came in 2017. 11 region championships. Their last was in 2017 as well. With Century after that. Dickinson got one in there. Jamestown got one in there. Minot ended up getting it last year for the first time since 2006. It's because Bismarck High and Century had that dominating run from 2006 to 2020. Legacy had one in there under Mario Lamoureux's direction as well. Puck's taken by Christopher. Big collision over on the far side wing. Now Hagenow laid the body. He's going to get the puck back behind the net. It's tied up in deep underneath the goal of Dieter. Shots are 16-7, by the way. Minot favored in that column here tonight. Dieter's played well, however, in this hockey game, and the young man certainly has the ability to steal some games. Here's Kettler back away to Holland on the near side. Fires it up to center. Into the zone comes L with it. Sends it out front. Loose in the slot. Still loose. Delayed call coming. It's going to be coming on Bismarck High. So Richardson vacates the net to our right. In on goal. Dieter makes the stop. He's going to hang on to it. And Minot's power play will make their third appearance of the hockey game. They're 1 for 2 at this point. As the call came from Jason Sauls up at center ice. Roughing will be the call. And the Demons go shorthanded again for the third time here in the hockey game. 14-15 to play in the middle period. Gage Lennox, the one that's in the sin bin here for Bismarck High School. Thompson up top with it. Thompson works it over here near side off to Bradley. High riser just missed. That one sailed up. Comes back to Thompson, center slot. Tipped in front. That one off the pad of Dieter. Comes back away now to Richardson. Now Thompson. Thompson back to Richardson. He's got a lane. Walks it. Fires. Sent that one wide on the glove side. SERVPRO power play down to 1:30 remaining on the advantage here for Minot United. Puck's at center, and it's going to be tattooed in on Richardson. He'll just sweep that one back in behind the net here for his big brothers. It comes back away now into the possession here of Thompson. Thompson skates it up to center ice. Into the offensive territory. Looks underneath the net now. Works out of Gretzky's office. Goes back far point. Richardson. Now Thompson, the captain, handles here. Goes down underneath the goal line to Christopher, who's got the game's lone goal. Comes back away to Thompson. They play catch with it. Thompson fanned the shot, brought it back over to Bradley. Thompson again corrals the puck. Richardson one-timer. Rebound out in front. That one turned aside. Nice defensive effort coming from Johnson. Thompson again's got it. 45 on the power play. Richardson sends it back door. Side of the cage. Bang, bang, boom. They scored again on the power play. And United leads 2-0. Thompson sent it downstairs, and Christopher's got his 8th of the year, 2nd of the game. And the United power play goal has Minot up by a score of 2-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Not much you can do if you're Owen Dieter on that play. We'll wait for the official call coming here, but United's up by a score of 2-0.
Christopher, assisted by number 9, Cole Richardson, and number 10, Oliver Thompson. Time of the goal, 4:04.
Christopher's 8th of the year. Richardson and Thompson on the power play. Second power play goal here for United. We go back to those keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Be smart was my key for Bismarck. And I think the penalty and power play situation in this contest could hold true to those words. With the Jets on, into the zone comes Knowles, sends it in, he scores. That one might be up for a top 5, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships this week on the PSP Network. To the backhand and then to the top shelf. It went back-to-back tallies here for United. Minot leads 3-0. Nolan Knowles takes it down and scores. And the levy is broken in Bismarck. Knowles unassisted, his 3rd of the year. And all of a sudden, Minot leads 3-0, and the shot advantage all of a sudden favors United by a doubled-up margin, 22-9 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. BNC Bank, locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, bnc.bank. Now that young man you just saw on your screen, Owen Dieter, one of the top goaltenders inside of the WDA. 3 against him in this hockey game. That pretty tough to contain. Not many goaltenders at this level or the next are stopping what he's faced here in the second. Here's a drive from the line. He sees it. He'll stop it on that play. And the puck comes back underneath the goal now, where it's worked away here by United. Kilmer takes it away. Back up at the line. Holland sends it across. Now a drive comes in off of Dieter. Karam's up into the protective mesh, and a stop of the play as a Souvenir will find a fan with 11:22 left here in the second. I really don't want to sound like a broken record anytime I talk about Minot Magician hockey back in the day, but for anyone new tuning in, they just can't believe the stories of the rabbits that would come on the ice at a night back in 2006 here. Not at this venue. This venue wasn't built yet. It was at the VFW Sports Center. The Demon Faithful tossed 26 of them out onto the ice surface of that WDA hockey game. Hit on Dieter. He goes down. He's going to hang on tight to it. Nice opportunity coming there for Minot United once again, as Christopher was bidding for a hat trick. And the stop was made from the all-WDA netminder and Owen Dieter. It's a true story, by the way. 26 of them got carried into the VFW Sports Center that night. 26 of them littered the ice surface. Under 11 to play in the second, approaching the halfway point to the hockey game. Delayed call coming here on Minot United. Lemon's going to end up in the box on a tripping call. And Bismarck High will get their first power play of the hockey game. A Demon power play that cooks at 16%. They've gone 3 for 18 on the advantage on the year. As Lemon goes to the box on the 2-minute tripping call. And the SERVPRO power play comes out now for the home team. 10:53 left here in the second. Should be big at this juncture, the hockey game for Bismarck High. They could put one on the board here. In jeopardy of this turning into a landslide just a bit here tonight. Shots are 25-9. Got faith in their goaltender back there. However, when you have a kid back there like Dieter, anything can happen. This one far from over here in the capital city. Richardson works it up top. Here's a drive, sailed in and went just wide from Johnson. Delayed call coming now in the corners. The puck is going to be worked back up. Dieter vacates the net. The puck escapes the zone and all the way back into Demon territory it comes. Still scrumming for the puck here. Johnson back in behind his own cage. Should have let the Magicians touch it. Now they finally do. Richardson telling Johnson, just get us the 5-on-3 for as much time as possible here with 1:08 remaining on the SERVPRO power play. Turns into a 5-on-3 SERVPRO power play now as the top defensive pair is in the penalty box here for United. Richardson and Lemon in the sin bin. And the Bismarck High power play gets to play with a 2-man advantage. Off the draw, puck is one back here, up to the point. Johnson sends it back over now, up top it comes. Here's Richardson, fires, is blocked in front by Hagenau. That one stung him, and the puck comes all the way back On the glove side of Dieter, he skates out of the net to play it. He drops it back in behind the goal where he leaves it for Johnson. Here's the big D-man on the captain for the Demons, carrying up to center. Upended at center ice, ends up coming into the hands here on the near side of Freeze. Takes it to the near side half wall. Up top is Richardson. He's a gun for the Demons, brings it back away. Richardson up top, turns and fires high riser, hit traffic in front. United trying to clear. It's going to be held at the point. Richardson again. 11 points for him on the campaign, trying to make it 12. Fires in, blocker save. Richardson, and all the way down it comes. Down to 10 seconds remaining of the SERVPRO power play in the 5-on-3. Dieter fires up to center, got it to Freeze into the zone. Taken and spun right back out of there. All the way down it comes. On Dieter, out of the box comes Lemon. SERVPRO power play down to 47 seconds, and it's now a 5-on-4 here for Bismarck High School. They scrum for the puck at neutral, dancing his way through now is Schwark. He'll carry it into the zone, drops it back. Schwark sends it underneath the goal, comes back away now to Keller, and Keller swept it around the boards on the near wing. Underneath the goal line. Play continues here for Bismarck, but it's taken here by United and cleared out of the zone. Nice play there from Hagenau as he worked it up into Bismarck High territory. 15 seconds remain on the SERVPRO power play. Demons with possession in their own end. Puck's taken away now by Lemon. Lemon will just dish this one right back into the zone. 3 seconds, now 2, now 1. Richardson's out of the box. Minot's at full strength, and their penalty kill continues to cook. Minot's penalty kill sitting at 90% coming in. And that penalty kill ratio will go up here, going 2 for 2 on the short-handed situation here in the capital city. Today's game on the PSP Network brought to you in part by our friends at Bones Barbecue Sauce. Again, find it at your local grocer, Cashwise, Marketplace, or Family Fare. It's good on anything from ribs to burgers and veggies. I put it on mac and cheese the other night. It was delicious, I'm telling you. Stuff is top-notch. Makes a great gift as well. Bones Barbecue. United's got the puck. Centering feed. Nobody home for United. And it comes all the way back into United territory. We're back on the retrieve. Tate Thorson. Over to the far side wing. Bradley frees it up. Now on the rush. Nolan Knowles up into the neutral ice zone. He's got a goal in the hockey game. Jason Sauls had the call from back in the neutral ice zone. Minot's going back onto the SERVPRO power play. A kneeing penalty is going to be charged here to the Demons, and Jet Warren goes into the box. Stephen Dorr and company not too impressed over on the Bismarck High bench. Minot's SERVPRO power play comes back out. 2 for 3 in the hockey game. Bismarck wants to avoid as many of these SERVPRO power plays for United as they possibly can in the game, the way that United has played in this contest. Up top now, Thompson's got it here. Drops it back over now, Richardson. Quick firing shot off the stick. Gross down in the corner. Works his way free, got it over to Richardson. Back up to Thompson at the point. Shuffles over to Bradley. Here's Bradley now, brings it back over to Richardson. Now Thompson, they play catch with it. Thompson goes to Richardson, walks center slot, turns and fires. It was blocked away. Comes down to Gross, works it back up to Thompson. Thompson working at the top of the circle now, brings it over. Bradley, one-timer into the catching mitt it goes, and Dieter goes down. He saw that one all the way. Flashes the leather. The score remains 3-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard as Dieter makes save number 23 in the hockey game on shot number 26. Replays brought to you by DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory at DriveRyan.com. All makes and models. Here's another one-timer. Oh, it was a headhunt coming from Bradley. Sailed it up and wide. Comes back away now to Thompson. Now Richardson handling here down in the corner. I didn't know Bradley had that bomb on him. He's going to look to get it again here. It's taken by Thompson. Fires it in from the line. He shoots and scores. Was it tipped out front? I don't think so. I think it was Oliver Thompson that just sent it in off the bar. You heard it go clank. Another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Thompson says, yep, that one's me. And Thompson picks up number 7 on the season. And another SERVPRO power play goal here for United.
Oliver Thompson, assisted by number 9, Cole Richardson. Time goal, 10:45. Thompson from Richardson.
Thompson from Richardson. Now Richardson wants one of his own. Whistles one in, went wide on the glove side. Comes back underneath the net, worked away here to the near side. At the half wall, scrumming for the puck. Danielson down there along with a pair of demons. Out with it for Bismarck came Schwartz, sends it over to the far side. Then Lemon handles and sends it right back in behind the Bismarck goal. Can you imagine 26 Rabbits on the ice? I'm telling you. 2-on-1 Bismarck back the other direction. Saucer passed over in front. Oh, what a stop from Richardson. Bismarck's got possession back at center. Schwartz will take it and dump it back in. Comes in front of Richardson. He'll go down and hang on to it. Another look at this one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Richardson in the right place. Comes up with the stop for United. Keeps the score 4-0. Favor of the road team here tonight at the Wachter Arena. Something about little goaltenders. They're getting bigger, it seems. No secret that the guys on the show are larger and larger all the time, but something about smaller netminders that I've always been a fan of. There's a demon down over on the far wall. I missed it. It was back behind the plane. Timeout on the ice, brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. We'll take one as well. Minot's up 4-0.
This page isn't a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Officials come together. A conversation continues in the referee circle. It's Harrison Schnell, that was the player for the Demons that was dinged up. He went off on his own power. Nick Christopher ends up in the box, and 5 minutes goes up on the board. It's a 5-minute SERVPRO major power play coming here for Bismarck High School. Third power play of the game here for the Demons, and this is a 5-minute major. Jason Bennett wants to talk it over with Jason Sauls. Doesn't look like Jason Bennett was too thrilled with that call on the play. Saw Jordan Willard on your screen as well. Well, second period will end with Bismarck on the power play unless more penalties are assessed. Here's Johnson. Over to the near side. Back to Johnson. Up top, Richardson. Sends it down. Comes away now here to Lemon on the near side wing. Puck's tied up at the half wall. Scrum continuing on. Now it's going to be worked back up from Richardson. L read that one away, and now L's got a man streaking. A breakaway here for Hagenow. Hagenow met there by Dieter, and Dieter came out and swept it away from him. Well, that was a play that almost resulted in a positive strike for Minot United. Meanwhile, Bismarck back up to center. Into the offensive territory. Now it comes to Justin Steen. Across the line, Richardson sends it in, and the stop is made there from Cole Richardson. Minot United will clear it. Comes all the way back out. Richardson at center. Takes a look to the near side and connects out of the tape for Ian Feist. Feist is in with it. Fancy with the stick work on in front. And it's going to be worked back up to neutral here by United. And Bismarck and Schwark go back to Richardson. Nice forecheck there from Schmeichel here on the kill for Minot United with that SERVPRO power play. Down to 3:33 remaining as the Demons will start the motor up to center. Schwark will carry in. He'll turn and fire off the mitt there of the netminder Richardson. He'll hang on to it. And the faceoff will come back on the blocker side of the young Minot United goaltender. 11 straight wins for Minot against Bismarck in this rivalry matchup in the program. They've won 13 of the last 14, dating all the way back to 2020. Got a stranglehold on this one tonight here at Wachter Arena. Nolan Knowles down into the corner, pinned up in deep. Bryce Hardy has it here for the Demons. Hardy works it away over on the far side. Bismarck trying to escape their own end. Schwark got it back to Hardy. 3 on the dot to play here in the second. Minot's up by 4. Comes back away here for Holland. Holland's going to send it off the glass and all the way out and down it comes. Thompson giving chase here on the kill. Demons with possession back in their own territory. They go to work with Schwark here on the near side. 2.5 to play. SERVPRO power play still out. It's a major. Nick Christopher charged with a high sticking call. The 5-minute penalty is halfway through. As the Demon power play sits at 0 for 2 in the hockey game at this point. To Minot's kill, doing a nice job, not allowing Bismarck to even cross center ice with it. Sent back into the Demon end. Fired back up into the neutral territory. Puck comes back away now to Bismarck high. Offensive zone, it's going to be handled here by L. He'll send it out. This is a foot race. Hagenau trying to race for the puck over on the far wall. He ends up down on the ice surface. The scrum forward on the wall. The puck's going to be freed here. Pushed away down to Ian Feist, and Feist will start the motor on the near side. Dropped it back to Richardson, the leading point getter for the Demons. Richardson dances through. Now he walks and fires high riser up and just missed. Underneath the goal, back to Johnson at the point. Now Richardson sends it in. The stop is made there from Richardson, the Minot United goaltender. Offsides on the Demons, and the faceoff will come back in the neutralized territory here with 1:18 left in the second. Tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by our friends at Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. MSU grads get jobs, period. Puck sent in on Dieter. He'll leave that on his blocker side. We're down to 1:05 to play in the second frame.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
Out to center it comes. Final minute of play here in the second. Richardson out of the net to play it. Left it in behind. I think Keller thought Richardson was going to play it. United trying to clear the puck out of their own end. Still a scrum over on the far wall. Puck comes back away now here to Thompson. Thompson's derailed on that play. Demons have possession. No, they don't. Holland gets it back and sails it all the way down. Final 30 seconds to play here in the second. Demons on the rush. Richardson. Oh, it's taken away on the other side of the ice. We go for Jackson Dahl, shorthanded. Dahl tried to lay it in. Oh, then Dieter comes up with a miraculous stop on the play. Now Dahl again fires. Cut him down, kids. We're at 6-5, now 4. Demons will clear. Maybe one more chance for United. With 1.2 left here in the second period, Dieter had back-to-back stops on that play. Dahl almost made it 5-0. That could have been a nail in the coffin at this point in the hockey game. on the shorthanded chance. Minot's SERVPRO power play. Better than Bismarck's tonight, no doubt about that, as the Demons go 0 for 3 on the SERVPRO power play, where they've had a 5-on-3 end of 5-minute major. They haven't found a way to crack that young man right there. Luke Richardson, 14 stops in the hockey game. His club leads 4-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Jerome's Collision Center intermission report comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by
Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. SERVPRO, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There are some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Why have so many people made Dakota Square Arco their favorite convenience store? It could be the quality of the Arco fuel, the great selection of snacks, drinks, and convenience items, the amazing touchless car wash, including their monthly car wash club, the clean restrooms, or the free air. Most of all, it's the warm, friendly customer service. See for yourself at Dakota Square Arco, 1520 24th Avenue Southwest in Minot.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town, apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Verendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Verendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
4-0 hockey game at the end of 2 periods played. Welcome into our intermission report, brought to you by our friends at Jerome's Collision Center. Jerome's Collision Center proudly serving Minot and the surrounding area for a long, long time, all the way dating back to 1975. I wasn't even born yet, and Jerome's has been doing a superb job at Jerome's. They help your car and you get your life back on the road, both literally and metaphorically. It's a goal that focuses to do more than just fix your vehicle. They've been doing it for a long time, as mentioned, since 1975 at Jerome's Collision Center. They bring you the intermission report. Top right into our game reset here. There's been some highlights in this hockey game so far, and Minot North sees themselves on the right side of a 4-0 contest. You see the most recent goal in the hockey game, but there's been some stops in this game as well. These highlights brought to you by DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory online at DriveRyan.com. Power plays have been the name of the game. Bismarck hasn't been able to score on them. Minot has. Minot's got themselves 2 power play goals, making 3 power play goals. They've gone 3 for 4 on the SERVPRO man advantage in the hockey game. First one came in the first period. It was Nick Christopher right here. His 7th of the year, assisted by Thompson and Richardson. That made it 1-0. That's how the first ended. Shots were 16-7 at the end of the first. Minot added another 14 shots in the middle period. 11 stops for the goaltender Dieter. Bismarck had 7 more shots in the second, to total 14, but Minot got the next goal. It was Christopher, 2nd of the game, 8th of the year from Richardson and Thompson. Minot made it 3-0 on Nolan Knowles' 3rd of the season. And you see Dieter making some more stops in this hockey game. He's been fun to watch. He's good, but he got beat here. Oliver Thompson from Richardson, top shelf on the power play. And that's where we find ourselves in this contest, 4-0. Favoring Minot United. There's your game reset, brought to you by DriveRyan.com. Browse our massive inventory online. Again, DriveRyan.com. Taking a look at our Player Performance of the Week nominees. It's available to vote right now on all social media platforms. Player Performance of the Week brought to you by Minot State, the Aggie Foundation, and Ryan Family Dealerships. Highly recommend hopping online and helping support our mission of promoting local athletes. You can do that by playing along and voting. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. Player Performance of the Week, again, brought to you by Minot State, the Aggie Foundation, and Ryan Family Dealerships. Without further ado, here's this week's Player Performance of the Week.
Network Player Performance of the Week. Powered by the Aggie Foundation, Ryan Family Dealerships, and Minot State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to... Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms, and watch for next week's Player Performance of the Week. Powered by the Aggie Foundation, Ryan Family Dealerships, and Minot State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. If we can make an impact in that community, we will.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
Looking for the ultimate way to relax? Spas Etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer, brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance Hot Tubs, and Michael Phelps Swim Spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
Jerome's Collision Center intermission report. Just about coming to a close here. 4-0 Minot High School. Talked about this earlier on tonight. Top 10 scorers in the state of North Dakota for boys hockey. How about the kids from Legacy? Presley McKay, Harrison Johnson, and Ben Garley. They may be the real deal over there at Legacy. Can they put it all together and find a way to go to the promised land this year? We're going to find out. Top goaltenders in the state. Young man in the blue paint over to the left here tonight, showing why he's on this list. Scene 14, he stopped them all in the contest. Luke Richardson, one of the three from Minot High School, having himself Pretty good night here tonight. Time for our third period of play, brought to you by our friends and delivered by our friends at the UPS store for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS store. Just realizing now we may have another scoreboard issue here tonight. We do apologize for that. I think it might be time to find a new company for our scoring issues here on the PSP network. Time for the third. It's 4-0 Minot High, and we are officially underway for this third period of play. Minot leads 4-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Third period off and running. Puck into the offensive zone here for United. The puck's going to be taken away by the Demons, so they're going to move it away here on the near side wing, and the puck will be worked at center ice here by Groves. He's going to look across the neutral ice territory, comes back to Richardson, and Richardson moves it up where it comes to Richardson, who carries right back in. Cole Richardson trying to move it down into the offensive zone. He does. Got it back up now here to Thompson. Thompson goes back over to Richardson. Richardson, fancy stick work here. Got it to Thompson. He's got a lane with it. Sends it out front to Groves. The puck was on its side. And it comes back away now underneath the net where the Demons will retain possession. They're going to move this puck up into the neutral ice zone, and it's carried forward down into Minot territory. Puck's taken away. Transition goes back up to center. Then it's hammered right back towards the Minot end, but it's knocked away there after Jet Warren tried to send it down. Puck's taken on the far wall here from Olsen. There, we got it back up and running for you. We do apologize. Puck comes back away on the far sideline. Minot has possession. Tipped down in front there from Hagenau. Taken here by the Demons. They send it around to the far side wing, and it comes back up to L. L sends it down to the corner. Got past Hagenau. Now it's going to be spun away here to the near sideline where it comes up from Thorson. Drifts it right back down into the corner. Comes to Nick Christopher. He's got 2 in the game. Got it back over to Hagenau. Sent back up to the point for Holland. Then Hagenau down underneath the goal line. Sent it free. Back over to L. Sent it out front. All the opportunity was there for United, but they couldn't contain it. And the puck is taken here by Justin Steen. He works it down just past Richardson. We'll have a stop of the play on the icing call here with 14:48 to play in the third period. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, BNC.bank, locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Well, we talked about these numbers earlier on here tonight. The teams that are putting up the most points inside of North Dakota boys high school hockey, the most point production. Minot United is the team that has had the majority of that on their campaign. The most of it, I should say. 14 goal differential. They've scored 25 goals on the season. Second most in the league, just behind Legacy. Minot's charged with a penalty. Is that a bench minor coming here on United? I believe it may be. We'll listen in coming up in just a moment, but the SERVPRO power play comes back out for the Demons. On Slynn, 2 minutes for interference. And the Demons will have the SERVPRO power play for the next minute 42. Richardson shorthanded, carries into the zone, walks across the slot. Now he's just going to take a Sunday stroll all the way back into his own territory. Comes back over to Lemon. Lemon will send it right back in behind the net here of Dieter. He's been busy tonight. He's seen 30 shots on goal. He stopped 26 of them. Demon power play looking to get going here. 0 for 3. They've had a 5-on-3 and a 5-minute major that has accounted for that. The 3 tally marks on the SERVPRO power play line here on the score sheet. Offside on Bismarck High, says Jessup Pelkey, the linesman, and the faceoff will come back out into the neutral ice territory. Tonight's game on the PSP Network brought to you by Val Cyclery, locally owned and operated in downtown Minot since 1960. They have a full line of e-bikes that they can service in their shop, sharpening center for knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and more. Plus, they have a fitness center with treadmills, ellipticals, and recumbents. Oh, talk about working out. That top unit for Minot United scores again. Second unit for Minot North scores again. Their penalty kill unit scores again is what I'm trying to say here. 5-0 United on that play as they get it past Dieter. And the route is on here in Bismarck. Too busy reading that Val Sanklery ad here on the PSP network. What don't they do at Val's? That's the question.
Assisted by number 17, Blake Howland, and number 11, Nick Christopher. Time to goal, 3:17.
Christopher.
From Howland and Christopher at 3:17, shorthanded.
Christopher and Hagenau in on the goal. I missed the other assist on that play. Let's watch it back one more time on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. DriveRyan.com, browse our massive inventory. At Ryan Family Dealerships, Holland was the other one that had the assist on the play. 5-0 United. They get one more. It goes to run time. That's a short-handed goal for Tate Hagenau. Last time these two teams played, Minot beat them 8-2. Bismarck High hasn't won since 2020 in this matchup between two storied programs in West Region Hockey, and it doesn't look like tonight's the night that the Demons will be victorious on their home ice, barring a miracle of sorts here. United back to full strength. Their penalty kill has been the MVP of this game, no question about it. 3 power play goals and a shorthanded tally to go along with those power play strikes in this contest. I don't think Bismarck's bad either, by the way. Bismarck has some pieces here. I think Minot's just maybe emerging. I'm not saying Bismarck's going to win the Stanley Cup by any means. I'm just saying that Minot's starting to hit their stride just a bit. Blockers side by Richardson. Down to the corner comes for Voller. Team inside the WDA that I haven't seen yet that excited to get eyes on is the Botno Rugby Braves. They've had themselves some close matchups as of late. Will they be a team that's going to be there when it's all said and done at the end of the year again? We'll find out. Here's a shot on goal that came firing in from Dahl. Then Dieter gets a stick on that one. Up and on a play it goes. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube platform. Make sure to give us a like and follow on all social media platforms as well. You'd be amazed on how far that goes in promoting our mission of promoting local athletes on the PSP network. Over 500 games this year on PSP. Between Minot and Bismarck, Dieter into the catching mitt, hangs on tight to that one. They stop there from the Bismarck High goaltender. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without all the fine sponsors that you see in here on PSP as well. Make sure to patronize those places, folks. Tell them that appreciate seeing them on PSP. Tipped out in front. Thompson tucks it in. Minot's up 6-0, and the clock will run as they've reached 6. How about that tip shot there from Oliver Thompson? That might be your play of the game right there as that puck sneaks into the back of the net. Thompson, second of the game. One more look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. DriveRyan.com. It was Voller that sent it in. Thompson had the tip. Even strength goal. Minot's up by 6.
United goal scored number 10, Oliver Thompson, assisted by number 33, Aiden Voller. Number 2, Dawson Keller, time to goal, 5:45.
Keller had the assist as well. The D pairing, on the score sheet tonight, Minot's up by a margin that lets the clock drip down here like sands through the hourglass of the capital city tonight on a Monday. On a night where 3 games inside the WDA are taking place on the PSP network. Schmeichel back behind the net, wheeling and dealing from here. Backhands it back up. Down to Bowler, tipped down in front. Slynn got a stick on that one. Let's see where the credit goes on this play as we watch it back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Was it Knowles instead maybe that got the stick on it? Voeller's going to have back-to-back assists either way. We'll wait for the official call. As the slap shot was tipped out in front of the net, nothing you could do if you're Dieter. Into the back of the net it went. That about sums up the night here for Bismarck High. Let's listen in. I'm going to need some help tonight.
Knowles from Bowler and Slynn for Minot United at 6.5.
Slynn also in on the assist. I'm going to need some help tonight picking an MVP in this hockey game. Christopher's got 2 goals. Knowles has 2 goals. Thompson has 2. Hagenau's got a goal. Thompson another assist. Richardson's got 3 assists. Christopher another assist. Thompson another assist. Bowler with a pair of them. Oh my goodness. Puck lies free out in front of the Minot goal. Picked up here now by L. Delivered offsides on United, and the faceoff will come back in the neutralized territory. Well, join us for the Winter Classic brought to you by Essentia Health coming up in West Fargo, North Dakota, December 29th and 30th. What an event that is that the Lights facility puts on in West Fargo. We're going to be a part of it for the first time here this year. All the outdoor games on Monday and Tuesday, all 4 of them each day from the Lights complex in West Fargo, North Dakota. We'll have them for you on the PSP network. Some West Region teams taking part in the Outdoor Classic brought to you by Essentia Health. Here's a drive from the line that comes in. Dieter thought he was on top of it. Now it's going to be covered up, and the faceoff will come back on his blocker side. Nothing like outdoor hockey, is there? Should be a lot of fun coming up a week from today. Brock Widener, Brad Anderson will be on the call on the PSP network. Our good friend Dave Wilson will be on the call, and others coming to you from the Lights complex in West Fargo. That is a prime time place. Let me tell you, they've got all sorts of events that take place at the Lights throughout the year. Concerts, the bull riding, outdoor hockey. Here's a drive out goal. Dieter goes down, snags that one of the catching mitt, and he'll hang on to it. See that clock continuing to run. That's because after 6 goals in North Dakota high school hockey, the differential is enough to deem that the mercy rule is in effect. Bismarck's going to drop to 2-4-1 overall on their campaign. They're going to fall to 1-3-1 in the region. Winless at home, they're going to drop to 0-3 on their home ice surface. Minot's going to move to 7-0 inside of the WDA and 8-2 overall on the year. Lost to a pair of East Region teams to start off their campaign. Davies beat them 4-0. Fargo North beat them 4-1, and since then, Minot High has been on quite a tear inside of the West Region. Legacy, Jamestown, Bandam, Botno, Dickinson, Century. Now Bismarck will be the teams on the list that Minot United has been able to take care of here in this 25-26 campaign. It's a team that last year went 25-2. Dropped one to Mandan. They also dropped one to Red River in the state semifinals. Bismarck last year went 4-13-1. They were the number 8 seed coming out of the West Region. They lost to Dickinson in that WDA tournament play-in game. Here's the drive out front, save, rebound. Comes back away up at the line. Voeller's got it again. He'll send it in and the stop is made. Dieter getting a workout. That's his 40th shot to the hockey game. Young man's been peppered again here tonight. He's hung in well. Not a lot you can do if you're Owen Dieter in this contest, the all-region player from a year ago for Bismarck. United's guns have just been out and blazing in this hockey game. Bradley into the zone. Brought it back to Thompson. Now Bradley again. Comes away far side. Here's a try. They shoot. They score. Voeller's on the board. Thompson got it to Voeller, and Voeller bangs it into the back of the net. 3-point night for Voeller.
Minot United goal, scorer number 33, Dean Voeller. Assisted by number 23, Easton Bradley, number 10, Oliver Thompson.
Bradley and Thompson in on the goal. It's 8-0 Minot United.
From Bradley and Thompson for Minot United at 11:32.
Well, this one's about on ice here to close out conference play here for both of these schools as the holiday break will start after tonight. Knoll sends it down. Hit on goal. That one just wide of Dieter. And the puck comes free back up at the far point. Taken here and sent back into the zone off the glass from Thorson. Back behind the net of Dieter now. It's going to be worked back up to Thorson at the line. Takes a look forward, tried to fire it free. And now the Demons are on the rush. It's a 2-on-1 the other direction. Into the zone they come. High rising shot just missed. Caromed off the end wall and up and out of play. Score remains 8-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Oh, my good friend Matt Morelli watching tonight. We talked about it and joked about it in the last matchup that we had on the PSP network. Matchup against Dickinson last week. We talked about my gift wrapping skills. Matt, I hope you know that the tree is full at the Holberg household. You should see how much time and effort I put into wrapping those bad boys. Christopher tried for the hat trick. I even put some bows on some of them. It was impressive. 3:20 left in the third. United trying to put a bow on this one tonight here in Bismarck at the Wachter Arena. 1-0 at the end of one. Bismarck hung around kind of like a bad cold, and then Minot just unhooked the plow. They led 4-0 at the end of two. They're up 8-rip right now here with 2:54 ticking down in regulation. Open the show up tonight talking about the rivalries in the state of North Dakota when it comes to high school hockey. Grand Forks Central and Red River is certainly fantastic. It's the one that comes to mind. Here's Christopher, sends it across. Oh, Hagenau robbed on the play by Dieter. Minot Bismarck, however, on this side of the state, been something special for a long time. Oh, now some pushing and shoving. 2:15 left here in the third. I don't think we're done yet. Everybody hoping just to get out of here without any bumps and bruises or suspensions. This rivalry, even though Minot has had all of the wins since 2020, I don't think anybody is crazy enough to think Minot and Bismarck like each other by any means. L ends up in the box. They had 2 minutes on the clock. That just came off. They're going to go coincidental penalties. There is a Demon in the box as well. So we'll keep them 5-on-5, it seems, here. Now the officials coming together to have that conversation up at center. Minot coaching staff saying, let's just start the bus and get on out of here. Oh, they just give Michael L. the gate? No, they did not. Some confusion here on the ice surface. L comes out of the box. United's going to go to the power play. Ooh, bad news just got worse for Bismarck. Minot's power play, 3 for 4 in the hockey game. First man advantage here in the third. Can they get another one to boost that power play percentage? Here's Richardson up top. Sends it over. Oh, Dieter makes the blocker save. Now the rush up through center. Puck's taken back away. In the other direction we go now. Danielson off to Jackson Dahl. Comes back out now to Richardson. Under 2 to play here in regulation. And the SERVPRO power play working down to a minute 29. Demons shot it up into their own bench, and the stop of the play and the faceoff coming back in the neutralized territory. Face-off in the offensive zone here for Minot United. Young man in black for Minot Knowles has 2 goals in this hockey game, looking to see if he can get a hat trick. Tweet at us at Network PSP or comment on the social media platform. Who is tonight's MVP? How do I pick one of those when the score sheet's running out of room here for Minot United with the way they've played tonight? They lead 8-0 with a minute on the dot to play here in regulation. Holland sends it in, tipped out front. Minot's got another one. Well, that might help the cause. If that's Knowles, that might be a hat trick. They talk about it here. Regardless, Minot goes up 9-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. .30 seconds left in the game. The run clock wearing down. They're just going to call this one here, I do believe. We'll shake hands at center ice and call it. No, Jason Sauls saying, yeah, start the clock. What are we doing here? Sauls knows better. He wants to just let this one be done to avoid any altercation at the end. That's a veteran move from a veteran official. Minot's going to get the 9-0 win.
Scoring power play number 17. Blake Holland, assisted by number 34, our fellow Schmeichel, and 37, Nolan Knowles.
Schmeichel and Knowles in on Holland's goal. And Blake Holland ends up with goal number 3 on the season. Minot wins 9-0. Final shots, 43 for United, 15 for Bismarck. Richardson posts the goose egg. And we've got quite a bit to sort out as we head into our planning team financial shots crossroads postgame show. We'll break it down when we come back here to the Walkthrough Arena. Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. ESP Network, it's game day.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Bring it.
we know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Bucanyans, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Streak continues, 12 straight for Minot over Bismarck High School. Welcome to our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial planner, planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Find out more at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, home to the famous number 99. I like it for the banana cream pie. I'm telling you, that stuff is fantastic at Shots Crossroads. We got to runtime tonight. That's because Minot United went on a tear. It was 1-0 at the end of 1. 4-0 at the end of 2. It ends up 9-0 tonight in the capital city. Time for a game reset. Game highlights and reset brought to you by DriveRyan.com. Try to keep up with these. Let's start from the top. Owen Dieter was good in goal tonight here for Bismarck. No question about that. But Minot scored first in this hockey game here this evening. First one came from Nick Christopher on the power play from Thompson and Richardson. Minot led 1-0 at the end of 1, where the shots were 16-7 favoring United in the second period. Minot up by a goal. They get on the board again. Nick Christopher, second of the game. Richardson had the assist on the play, assisted by Thompson. Then you see Nolan Knowles go down unassisted and tuck that one into the back of the net for his third of the year. The captain, Oliver Thompson, gets one coming up here on the SERVPRO power play. That SERVPRO power play was dynamite tonight for Minot United. They ended up with 3 power play goals. There's one of them from Thompson. That closed out the action in the second. Minot up by a score of 4-0, but Bismarck had some chances. Luke Richardson comes up with a couple stops in this hockey game. Dieter was good as well. I'm telling you, this young man got peppered tonight. He made a few more stops. It could have been 15-0 in this hockey game. Minot gets one there, however, is Hagenau from Holland and Christopher. That was a short-handed goal. Minot goes up 5-rip. Then Voller fires towards the net. Assisted by Keller. Thompson was the one that had the tip. Thompson ends up with 2 goals, 2 assists tonight. Then Voller does it again this time. Slaps it towards the net. Took it from Slind. It was Knowles that picked up another goal. Minot's not done yet. Voller gets one of his own coming here. sends it in from Bradley and Thompson. Then on the power play, Holland from Schmeichel and Nolan Knowles. That made it 9-0. And United goes on for a big victory here tonight against Bismarck High. Final shots on goal, 43-15. Might have peppered them in this hockey game. United improves to a record of 8-2 overall on the season, 7-0 in the conference. Bismarck drops to 1-3-1 in the conference, 2-4-1 overall on the year. Time for our move of the game tonight, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. How do you pick one of these? I mean, really. Let's see what's in the chamber. Here's your move of the game, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. Oh, yeah, that was pretty. Sent across to make it 5-0. Holland sets up Hagenau. Little saucer feed coming across. It's not an easy play to make, folks. Your move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. I've got a hot tub in my backyard. I was in it this morning, and I'm telling you, there's some health benefits to it. It's relaxing. It's fantastic. Just a cup of coffee in there every day. Does the body well. Magic City Home Leisure can help you with that. Rest of the week on the PSP Network. Nada. Santa Claus is coming to town. Hope you're ready for a holiday break. Hope you get to spend it with some loved ones. Hope you're on the good list this year. Again, the PSP staff taking the rest of the week off. We get into it next week, however, right away Monday with the Winter Classic coming your way from the Lights Event Center in West Fargo. Join us for the Winter Classic brought to you by Essentia Health. Monday and Tuesday, we'll have it for you on the PSP Network. Should be fantastic. Time for my least favorite part of tonight's broadcast, the MVP of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. How on planet Earth do you pick one tonight? Thompson had 4 points tonight, 2 goals, 2 assists. Richardson had 3 assists. Knowles had 2 goals and an assist. Voller had 1 and 2. Christopher had 2 and 1. Plenty, I mean, geez, oh, Pete. Richardson had a shutout in tonight's hockey game. Let's go with the underdog tonight. Young man that might not get credit always on the back end, but a 3-point night tonight for Dame Voller. He's going to be our MVP of the game. The D-man for United with a goal and 2 assists tonight. I think that's deserving, don't you? I think Thompson, with the way he's cruising right now, will probably get another one of those awards. Richardson, Knowles, Christopher, and others playing pretty well right now. Not that Voller hasn't, just one of those guys. Sometimes those D-men don't get the love that they deserve. Let's credit him tonight. Voller is our MVP of tonight's hockey game, brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home of the MVP haircut experience. It's quick, it's convenient, it's fast, it's friendly. Sport Clips, home to that MVP haircut experience. I have the app. I just sign in online. They do a fantastic job there. That does it tonight here in Bismarck. One more look at the standings. United's got a stranglehold right now on the conference, 7-0. They are moving and grooving. We'll see if we can get an update from that Legacy contest here tonight. Legacy, the only team trying to hang with Minot at this point in the season, but Minot really controlling their own destiny in a sense, moving to 7-0 on the campaign. Big thanks to Aaron Wald tonight. Aaron, thanks for spending some time with us here at the Walker Arena. Fantastic job on the production as always. Big thanks to your family for sharing you with us as well. We certainly couldn't do it without you here tonight. We couldn't do it without all those sponsors either. Make sure to patronize those places that you see on the PSP Network. Again, we wouldn't be here without them. The biggest thanks of all, however, goes out to the military men and women that may be watching from wherever they are tonight. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Thank you to all those servicemen and women. Final score, one more time. Minot United continues to tear against Bismarck. The streak continues. If I'm not mistaken, it's up to 12. They haven't lost against Bismarck since 2020, and tonight they put an exclamation point on it, winning 9-0 over Bismarck High School. That will do it tonight from the capital city. Nick Holberg signing off. Hope you have a great holiday. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you watching here on the PSP Network tonight. Whatever you do, stay safe, have a good night, and God bless.
as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.